So, I'm here with Ian Warren, who's just finishing school for brewing, right?
Yeah.
You done
Two
now?
last exams this week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Exam day tomorrow morning.
And we're drinking, well, Ian was very kind, and he brought a bottle of, can you pronounce it? 'Cause I'm sure.
Well, we all like to call it a Westie because that's easy, but Westvleteren.
Westvelteren.
Yeah.
Number 12.
Number 12.
And we're also, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
From 2014.
From 2014, yeah. And we're drinking also a st.bernardus 12. And the reason why we're drinking these two together is because this is a Trappist beer, which means the monks are making it, or were making it, and then they gave the recipe to these guys back in like the 40s or 60s or something, I don't know. I'll look it up and put it in the information below. And then they took the recipe back and started brewing it again. So this is one of the, widely considered to be one of the best beers in the world. And then these guys started brewing it too. So the idea is just kind of compare and see how close they are to each other. And yeah, I've only ever had this beer once before. I brought it home, I was super stoked. I shared it with 3 people, and they're all like, meh. I had like this much, I had less than you did in the glass. And the rest were like, I don't really like it that much. I'm like, oh, why do I do this?
Yeah.
That was 5 years ago, I haven't seen it since then.
Yeah.
It's hard to find.
It's hard to find, yeah.
I paid $18 for it for 1 bottle, and I saw it in Rotterdam when I was there. It was 20 euros, and I was like, fuck that. It was good, but I don't know if it's worth 30 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, I've heard people trying to sell it for $50, $60 in the States.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they can get it, but you bide your time. You know,
Yeah.
find the right buyer for it, but yeah.
And one of the reasons why it's so hard to get is the monks just make enough to sell to keep their monastery going. They have a really weird custom of selling it. Like they announce it, they put it into a crate, you have to meet them at the gate. Very few shops actually are allowed to sell it. Like you just can't go buy 100 cases of it and have it stocked up in your back room. So they very limited supply.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's good that these guys make it as well, but we're going to see which one's better and see if it's actually worth your money. This was $6 Canadian, and like I said, I paid 18 for this. This is triple the cost. So I poured Ian's beer for him. He doesn't know which one's which. He poured mine for me. So we'll sip them, see which one we like better, and then we'll tell each other what it was. Yeah, cheers, man. Thanks for bringing it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, okay, and it's a Belgian Quad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to explain a little bit about quads?
I don't know if it's quad as much as what we think of as like an imperial or a double. In North American standards, where like a double IPA is, double the hops and double the malt kind of thing to be stronger.
Yeah.
A quad, I mean, a Belgian single is kind of like a Belgian pale ale. It's usually pretty light, more estery, phenols. And you have the double, which is darker. And then you go back to the triple or tripel, and it's a little bit lighter, but it's going to be a little bit more isoamyl acetate, which is like banana esters. And then
that's for triples, right?
That's for triples. Double should be pretty clean, maybe a little bit of estery notes, more raisiny, more like what you compare the single and the tripel together, and then the double and the quad together as like comparisons.
That's how always it kind of thought. Yeah. Like I always thought a quad's a double, and a triple's a double. Single, yeah. Hopefully that's not too confusing.
Yeah. And then, raisins, dark fruit, pit fruits, caramel, because they're using sugar, like Belgian candy sugar, to help up the gravity of the beer. And
there's just a homebrew thread I saw. I think they just use just nothing but Pilsner malt and the candy sugar, and that's it. That's the whole recipe.
Yeah. That's where they get all the color from, is the dark candy sugar.
That's it. So it's completely different than Germany, where you have to get everything from the grains and the hops. In Belgium, they kind of have some more options. Right, let's try this out.
Very similar aroma. One's a little bit more intense. Whichever one this is, they got a little bit of like metallic.
A little bit metallic,
And if it was an aluminum can, I could be like, oh yeah, it kind of maybe tastes like aluminum can, but and it could just be.
I kind of got that on this one.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's kind of from could be higher alcohols or through certain metabolic pathways of esters, the way things are developed and then created and broken down or reduced. That flavor could just be in there, and some people might taste it at a lower flavor threshold than other people.
Yeah.
So you might not even taste it if I taste it.
Yeah, this one tastes a little bit more. The number 4 tastes like, I guess, more rounded, like smoother. Mm-hmm. This one just tastes just a little bit sharper, but they're very, very close. I mean, like the smell is the same, the color's like bang on the same. And like you said, this one's just a little bit like metallic, sharper.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of think of it.
Yeah, there's various reasons. It could even be storage. Like if it's maybe oxidized a little bit, but if it's oxidized, it should be like cardboard or something like that,
like
not so much.
Is that a pretty common thing with quads? They're both bottle conditioned too, right? So they ferment, re-ferment in the bottle, and that usually helps prevent oxidation.
Helps prevent the oxidation. Even it depends if the yeast can manage or if it can consume even like that little bit of oxygen that's sitting on the top when they're bottling.
Yeah.
Some places may try to jet that oxygen out of there and just know that the yeast is going to eat that little bit of sugar to reach the proper
fermentation. Yeah, so I guess when you do bottle ferment or condition, the amount of headspace is fairly important, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You don't want too much.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
Because then you're not going to carbonate, or it might oxidize out really quick. And I don't know, when I bottle condition, I usually try to get as close to not all the way to the top. I want a little bit of space, but not even an inch.
Yeah.
I want to maximize the beer in the bottle, I guess.
Yeah, when I first started homebrewing, all mine was bottle conditioned because I didn't have a kegerator.
Yeah.
I just didn't even think about it at the time. It was fill it up, and I was drinking my beer pretty quickly. So now, but with my stout that I've had for a few years now, you can tell the bottles I didn't quite get. I used the bombers, and the ones I didn't quite get there is a fair bit of space. And it's not bad. It doesn't ruin it, but you
recognize it now that you've had a lot of amazing beers, and you're like, this isn't quite what it was.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that even with my own IPAs that are 3 months old. I'm like,
oh, even that much, huh?
Yeah, I had one last night, and I was like, it's just tasting a little off. It tastes,
I think you pair the oxidation and the hoppy beers a bit more too.
Yeah, I use Cascade and Centennial, and actually the beer tastes almost identical to Plated IPA, and I don't like that beer. It's just a personal opinion. I just don't like it, just because of the hop notes that are in it, and that beer tasted exactly. I was like, damn, I don't like this anymore.
I don't know, man. They're so
they're
close.
both so close.
And just this one's, what was this bottled? This is bottled
it
this
says
year.
Best Buy
320. But I just bought this a couple weeks ago, and this one was a 2014. So this one is a little bit older, so maybe that's why it's a little bit, if it's number 4, it's a little bit smoother. Maybe that's why.
I know that for the Westie on the cap, it has a best before, and it's 5 years.
5 years.
From the day it was bottled.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if that's the same with this. If that's the case, then that would be a 2016.
Yeah, let's see.
If that's...
You wanna do the reveal? Which one do you like more? 1 or 2?
I like the aroma of 2, but I think I like the taste of number 1 better.
Okay, interesting. I think I'm gonna go with 4.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's so close. It's really if one was a 4.6, the other one's a 4.5 kind of thing. Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna go with 2.
2?
Yeah.
Just.
It's a little bit more full body and.
Yeah.
Has a little bit more to it, I think.
Cool. So for you, number 1 was St. Bernardus.
Wow.
And number 2 was the Westie.
Awesome. I believe I just checked my photo evidence that your number 4 was. I know my cloud is not up to date. The Westie was number 4.
Yeah.
And the Abbey was. Or the St. Bernardus is your number 3.
Yeah, so we both figured that this one's just got that slightly metallic or bitters.
Yeah.
And this one's a little bit more well-rounded.
Yeah.
But really, for the money, this one's...
It's still really good.
It's a hair less, if this one was rated 100, which if you look at Rate Beer, it's 100, 3,000 votes per 100.
Yeah.
This one's 98 or something like that. It's really not much.
Yeah.
And for the money, for $6 versus $18...
And the ability to buy it, and you can buy this in a big bottle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they have bombers of it as well.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. I know Brewery Creek has bombers in them.
That's right. I haven't been there in a long time. I used to go there I used to go there too much.
Yeah.
It's an expensive spot.
Yeah, I went in there 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think probably a month ago, and just was like, I've got a couple gift cards to use, just $10 gift cards. So I was looking around, I'm like, oh, this is cool. I pull out a couple cricks, go home, and I'm like, I just spent $40 on 2 bottles of beer.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to go there.
Oh man,
Top yourself up a bit there, man. So 1, 2. So that's it. If you got the money, try Westie, and if you don't, go for the St. Bernardus. It's or if you can even find whiskey.
Yeah.
Right? All right.